who represents Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is telling the Salvadoran government to, quote, cut the crap. Glenn Ivey says he was denied a visit with the mistakenly deported Maryland man during a trip to El Salvador this weekend, despite formal requests to the country's ambassador. Abrego Garcia has been in prison in El Salvador for more than 2 months, despite a Supreme Court order demanding the Trump administration facilitate his return to the United States. Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Glenn Ivey of Maryland.
You did a press conference, or a video, if you will, with Kilmar Abrego Garcia's lawyer yesterday. We want to play that for folks, a snippet of it.
Okay.
I came all the way down from the United States after we'd contacted their ambassador, after we'd made formal requests to our ambassador to the El Salvadoran government. And we came here to visit him today. And now they're telling us we got to go all the way back to San Salvador to get a permit. That's ridiculous. We ought to have a chance to come in and visit. They knew we were coming. They knew why we were coming. And they know we have the right to do this.
I find it interesting that they were able to stage a photo op, courtesy of the El Salvadorian government, for Senator Van Hollen when he went down after much pushback because the attention was so high and it was at the forefront of the news. And this time, oh, you can't see him, you need a permit. It seems as though the El Salvadorian government is playing games.
Well, they're definitely playing games. You know, Chris had a bit of an advantage because in the Senate he got Codel's support. We can't get that in the House because the House Republicans won't do any kind of bipartisan thing along those lines. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what's the harm? You know, the prison, as far as I could tell, looked fine from the inside. I just had to peek through a crack in there to see all that I could see. But, you know, they knew we were coming. They knew we had a right to talk to the guy. Really, all I was coming to do was bring a message from his wife and from his lawyers, who he's never had a chance to meet. But the focus really needs to be on the Trump administration, because at the end of the day, Bukele and the government in El Salvador, if Trump got on the phone and said, okay, send him back, he'd be here in a matter of hours. So keeping the Trump administration in the spotlight and making sure we keep pressing them to comply with the Supreme Court order and the other judicial orders, not just in Kilmar's case, but in others, that's what we need to focus on.